Hello, GMS. I believe this is my fourth or fifth time trying to do this. But you know what? I will. I persist and I will succeed. So I wanted to come up with some cool projects that you could just do at home with just minimal supplies because I don't know what you have accessible to you. I do know you probably don't have a clay and a kiln to build you a coil pot. So I'm going to go with the basics here and we're going to jump off with making a graffiti name. So don't let your parents look over your shoulder and hear that I'm talking about graffiti and think that I'm encouraging you to go tag buildings. No, I am not. I'm just showing you how to create a fun graffiti inspired name artwork. So in behind here is a piece of graffiti that I don't know where it is. I just stole it off the internet. Just like if you go down the street, you probably see some on the building. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's up to you. But I wanted to go back and just kind of talk about the definition of graffiti because it is a huge debate in the art world. Is it art or is it not? But graffiti is writing or drawings made on a wall or a surface, usually without permission and within public view. Graffiti ranges from simple written words to elaborate wall paintings and existed since ancient times, with examples dating back to ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, and the Roman Empire. You have probably studied about graffiti in your social studies classes when you think about cave drawings and hieroglyphics in the Greek times. So basically, this is like those cave drawings have evolved years and years and hundreds of years later until to this art form that we know as graffiti. I think this one's kind of cool. That's behind my head. It says, "Hello, beautiful." Just a little reminder, you are beautiful. Now, these are two artists that are known for their graffiti work. But before I jump into them, I noticed this today that I'm filming this. This is August 31st, the very last day of August in 2020. That over the weekend I saw on the national news that one of the world famous graffiti artists named Banksy, Banksy, please look him up. He one of his pieces of artwork that he tagged a boat that is stranded right now with some immigrants. I'm real fuzzy on the details. You need to look it up. Banksy, no one knows who he is. No one knows what he looks like. He wore a mask before it was cool. And he puts a lot of, he tags side of buildings and he's very adamant that he doesn't want his work sold, but people still take like chisels and chisel his artwork out of buildings and then put it on auction blocks. I think last year he had a image of a girl holding a balloon and it went up for auction. And the moment that it was sold, it went through a shredder. And that made a lot of news. That was like $1 million artwork destroyed right when it was purchased. So he is a actual current day artist working. You would love his work. I encourage you to look it up because he has been in the news quite a bit lately, and he made Mask Cool before Mask were the thing of 2020. Now here are my other two artists. This is Jean-Michel Pasqua. I probably just butchered his name, but he is a New Yorker. He is a world-renowned Black artist. He's done a lot for the Black community, and I urge you to look him up. You will see that you recognize his work. There's T-shirts upon T-shirts of his work at Target. I know over the summer they had those. I bought one. Probably should be wearing it as I'm talking to you, but sadly I'm not. And my other artist is one of my all-time favorites, and that's Keith Haring. He is also a New York artist, and he would go through the subways, which are the underground train tunnels, and draw these little, like, somewhat of a outline of a stick figure. And he would just, it was like he would leave these little Easter eggs all over New York City. He got to the point that he started merchandising his work and had his own store. He was the first artist to really, well, he really was the first artist to put his work on a T-shirt on a watch, on a hat, and sell it to people. Um, those shirts are at American Eagle as of right now at Keith Haring, and I bet some of you all actually have his shirts and don't even realize it. So I know last year I had a bunch of eighth graders walking around with his hoodies on and had no idea that he was a famous artist from New York. I think you should be able to watch these images on your own. Let me know. Again, brand new to me. I'm trying my best here. Especially if you've had me in class, you know this technology thing is uh, brand new to me. So I'm going to move my face. You're impressed I know how to move my face, aren't you? So here's what you need. You need a blank sheet of paper. It can be a piece of computer paper. It can be a piece of notebook paper, line paper, whatever it is. You need to grab that, a pencil, and of course an eraser. When you're mapping out a design, don't commit to it in pen. That's an amateur mistake. Is to go right and do it in marker and pen, because if you do mess up or you don't like a line you made, you want to be able to erase it and make it better. So you can easily adjust with a pencil and you can easily erase with an eraser. And you can have your choice of how you want to fill it in with color. Some of the greatest graffiti works I've seen have usually been in color. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it. I know Banksy, most of his stuff's in black and white. But you can use markers, colored pencils, crayons, and if you are accessible to it, you can use paint. And you know what? You can use all of it if you can do it, okay? So we're going to start off. Let me make sure now it's not letting me. Here we go. Here's one I created. This is mine. Do you like it? It's a little Roy Lichtenstein inspired. He's another famous artist. But this is my graffiti work that I worked on, and I'm going to take you through the steps on how I achieved this. So here's step one. Look at that. Simple as can be. On my little white sheet of paper, I used my pencil and printed my name. I made it large. I filled the space up as much as I could, but I didn't get fancy yet. All I did was map out where I'm going to have my letters. Nothing fancy, but important tip, something that I cannot encourage enough is you draw light until you get it right. So I don't have it right yet, so I'm not going to make it dark. Step two, look how I went around my printed lines. I went for a block look, but you don't have to do that. You can go around and make it more curvy, bubbly, if you would like to. So you're going to draw around. I stuck to the block letters. You can make it more bubble. You can add a flare. I had some really cool ones done before where they look like they're melting. To get some ideas, please surf the internet. I love to go on this thing called Pinterest.com. It gives you so many ideas. You could probably just put in there graffiti name, bubble letters, and it will generate some ideas for you. Sometimes it even generates the whole alphabet on how you could execute it, okay? So please take advantage of the resources and of this resource that you're looking at right now. Step four. I kind of did two on one right here. Move my floating head for you all. Right here, the Mrs. Mason, as you can see, I erased the inside. So now it looks more like I just magically let that appear of the Miss Mason, the block letters. So, a lot of art is a magical trick. It's all about smoke and mirrors. So there's one of my tricks is erasing. Okay. Now to make it pop, I think about the background. Now I did a little bit more of a superhero comic book look and to make mine pop a little bit. You can add pattern, designs, you just fill the space up. And when you fill the space, it makes a more completed piece. It doesn't look kind of like lonely. I don't like things to look lonely. This kind of spruces them up. Now, step 5. I feel like I went through this really fast, but you can go back, stop, pause, go back wherever you need to. But using a black marker, if you Sixth grader, you're going to find out that I love a black Sharpie for my seventh and eighth graders. They know that I can't keep enough in the classroom. You're going to go over your lines. When you get it to looking how you want it to, you can go over your lines in a black Sharpie or just a plain regular marker, or even just a black crayon if you need to, and then erase away those pencil marks. Clean it up, make it look nice and pretty. And depending for step 6 on what material you want to use, whether it's markers, crayons, color pencils, or even paint, if you have that, add color, make it fun. As you can see, I kind of added in some details with some shadowing to make it look like it was really popping. And 7, your final step. I want you to submit your finished product. Send me a picture of it. That's my email. You should be able to click on it, and I would love to see it. I can put it in the video later on. And also, I have just an easy little thing right here. It says, first map it out, draw it, and fill it in with color. Easy as can be. Don't make it any harder than you have to. Just have fun. So again, this is Miss Mason at GMS, and please make sure that you submit me some of your finished products. I cannot wait to see them. My email is whitney.mason@gary.kyschools.us, and I want you all to have some happy drawing time. See y'all soon.